Ever since I was a kid, I love to travel and meet new people. My name is Price Van Ray, and these are my travels.
So they gave me that nickname a long time ago. I'm a boat captain also, so they call me Captain D.
Channel, Price Ray, and we're with Captain D, and he's going to show us the Tice. He's taking us back to the cruise ship. I was on Carnival Conquest, really good ship, and had a great time at the beach. Now we're going to be chilling out with Captain D for a while while he takes us back on this luxurious tour. He's actually driving this bus. That's really cool. Got a couple questions on the bus.
Alright, now we're in action. Alright, I'm glad you bought the camera on the right bus. A lot of bus drivers just take you where you're going. Captain D, been doing this a long time. I take it personal. I try to give my guests and tell my guests all I can in the time that we're together. That's the way it should be, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So, the Cayman Islands consist of 3 islands: Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, and Cayman Brac. This is Grand Cayman, the biggest, busiest one. This is 22 miles long and about 5 miles wide. 8 miles wide at its widest point, to be exact. Then Cayman Brac is 12 miles long and about 1 mile wide. And Little Cayman is about 10 miles long and 1 mile wide. It's an airport on each island. Daily flights between the 3 islands. This island has direct flights to Chicago, New York, Miami, Canada, Texas, even England. And then you got smaller aircraft that flies over to the smaller islands. It's about a half-an-hour flight. The population is about 65,000 people between the 3 islands. This one has about 63,000 of that. So this is by far the busiest, most built up island of the 3. Christopher Columbus discovered these islands in 1503, and he named it Las Tortugas because of all the turtles that used to be here back then. Still today, if you're lucky, if you're snorkeling or scuba diving, you might come across a turtle in the wild. You see them pretty frequently these days. But that's the reason it was first called Las Tortugas. Eventually, it was being called Las Caymanas because of all the crocodiles that were here. The crocodiles has been wiped out a long time ago, but that's where the name Cayman Islands comes from, the crocodiles that used to be here a few hundred years ago. And now the Queen appoints a governor from England every 4 years. And they do not get extensions, 1 term, that's it, 4 years. But speaking of that, we have our own elections every 4 years also. And we elect 19 people from here. They are the government. They are from here, and they can get re-elected as many times as people vote them back in. They vote amongst themselves for a head, which is called a premier.
So right now we're getting an awesome tour. This is like a freebie extra. This guy knows a whole lot about this island. I'm feeling really confident we're gonna get a lot of information. He answered a whole lot of questions I was gonna ask that I didn't know, especially about the crocodiles.
Straight across is the governor's house. That was built in 1964. Each governor that comes spends 4 years there. Not a bad place to hang out for 4 years, right?
Oh yeah.
Right in the middle of 7 Mile Beach.
You can see this thing, it's like a mansion. Jesus, this thing is huge.
And now we're coming up on the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. That's the biggest hotel on the island. It's on both sides of the street. that's why they have that little overhead pass for people to walk back and forth. The hotel is on the beach side over here to the right. The condos is to the left.
And you can see this place, it's fabulous. There's palm trees everywhere. And you gotta remember, the driving wise, it's on the opposite side of the street.
Yeah, it's a British thing. We drive on the left down here.
Now here in the Cayman Islands, you use different money, right?
Yeah, we use our own currency. It's a little higher than the US dollar. One Cayman dollar is equivalent to 125 US. In other words, one US dollar is only worth 80 cents here. Let me see if I have a Cayman dollar in my wallet. I don't, but I have a 10. They all look basically the same, just difference in color. That's a $10 Cayman currency. If you hold it up to the sunlight and you look in that white circle, you'll see a turtle there. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see it.
Alright, Cayman money is one of the hardest in the world to counterfeit.
Now what about your change? We have quarters, pennies, and dimes.
10 cents, 5 cents, 1 cent, just like you.
Right, so like in England, they use pence and...
Yeah, in England they use pence and pounds. In fact, I was born in 1963, so I've seen a lot of change here. Cayman has changed a whole lot in my lifetime, from primitive to sophisticated. Yeah, when I was a kid, we used pound and pence. We got our own currency in 1971, I think it was. 2 governors ago, the first and only time in history, we had a woman governor. Her name was Miss Helen Kilpatrick, and she did a good job. She was very down to earth. Everybody really liked her. Yeah, she got involved with everything. She was very down to earth. You saw her everywhere. And now this is the 7-mile beach stretch, but up this end, it's rocky as we enter town because the road adjoins with Georgetown. So as we enter town, the 7-mile beach road stops. So 7-mile beach is actually like 5 miles of good beach, good sandy beach. Where you were at Calico Jacks, we're like right in the middle of it. It's a great part of the beach. As you saw, it was close to the governor's house, so you know it's a good part of the beach.
Now it looks like we're coming into the city.
Yeah, we're just entering Georgetown, our capital. And downtown Georgetown, it's a small town. It's like 3 blocks by 3 blocks. You can walk around the whole thing in 30 to 45 minutes if you're not shopping. It's a small town.
Now I have a quick question.
Cemeteries.
The cemetery, you read my mind.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing this a long time, so I kind of know what's coming next. That's why I keep coming out one thing after the next and keep people informed. But if there's anything I'm missing, I expect the question to be coming. If not, I'll try to let you know as much as I can. Yeah, the cemeteries, this is the Georgetown Public Cemetery. Georgetown is the biggest district, so we have a few cemeteries in Georgetown. But you notice the graves come up a little bit above the ground. The casket is not there. It's 6 feet down. Traditionally, they're built that way so they can be kept neat. If they were flat on the sand, you know, sand would always be on top of them. They come up a little bit so they can be kept neat. Like every Christmas, most families paint their family graves, put new flowers on them, and if they don't, a lot of times the government will. Well, the government won't put flowers, but they'll paint them. So the cemeteries always look good.
How long have you been driving?
Ever since 1980, when I graduated from high school. Yeah, my dad worked with tourists also. So I grew up working with tourists. I'm born and raised in this business. And I'm from here all the way back. My parents, grandparents, all the way back is from here. That's a privilege because it's a lot of work here. So it's a lot of foreign nationals living and working here these days. In fact, this island represents one of the highest diversities of nationalities anywhere in the Caribbean. It's 130 something different nationalities living and working here because it's a lot of work here.
Now, have any of the boats ever come up close, or does every boat have to take a?
They have to take tenders. Now that is a big issue. That's by far the biggest issue on the island right now, and has been for quite some time. But now it has come to the forefront of building a cruise berthing facility for the ships to come right up to. Whether or not that's going to happen, I'm not 100% sure. Nobody's 100% sure of that as yet, because we're about, looks like we're coming up on the island's first ever in history people's initiated referendum on that subject, building the cruise port. So, but they're in the final stages of deciding whether it's going to be done or not. And by the way, if you just open that bag right there, you take out one of those brochures. That's one of my personal brochures. This is the thing, normal routine thing coming from the cruise ship, but I do my personal tours, land tours and boat tours also. I got a boat. I do private charters, you know, on the boat and on the bus. I got two buses actually. This big one taking 29 people, and I got a smaller one taking 14 people. I like to really personalize it. Whether I got big groups or small groups, but nowadays I've gone into strictly private charters when I'm doing my own business, because in that way I can really personalize everything. I believe in quality rather than quantity.
That's awesome. So I just want to thank Captain D for this excellent tour. This guy is very knowledgeable. I'm telling you guys, if you guys ever come to the Cayman Islands, you want to see him. It's a great tour and he's knowledgeable. He also has tours. He gave me a brochure. It says Cayman's Friendly Tours. You're instantly like family. The guy is like family now. Now I got family in the Caymans, right?
That's right. You can follow him on Instagram if you like, or Facebook if you like. I'll be happy to communicate with you.
That's cool, because usually my son does the ending, but now Captain D just did it. Hey, thanks, Captain D.
Thank you, folks. God bless you all. Love you all. See you again, hopefully. Take care now. Alrighty, bye-bye now.